Donald Trump says he's fighting the system. The system says it's stopping Donald Trump. Both can't be true, and yet both feel true. That contradiction is the story. Because this isn't a battle with a clear winner, it's something far more dangerous. It's a loop. This is not a defense of Trump. This is not an indictment of the system. This is an explanation of why neither side can finish the fight. Why Trump keeps surviving, why the system keeps failing to end him, why the conflict itself never resolves, and why that may be the real point. Democracies are built on resolution. Laws resolve disputes. Elections resolve leadership. Institutions resolve conflict. But what happens when conflict becomes permanent? When neither side wants closure, only advantage? That's where America is now. To his supporters, Trump is simple. He's the man who walked into a rigged system and refused to play by its rules. He speaks when others censor. He fights when others fold. He says what others are afraid to. That story doesn't need evidence. It needs recognition. And millions recognize it instantly. Trump's power comes from being believable, not provable. He feels like someone who doesn't belong to the system, and in an age of distrust, that feeling matters more than facts. In this story, the system is not neutral. It's corrupt, it's self-protective, it punishes outsiders. Media, courts, bureaucrats, elites, all blended into one enemy. This framing is emotionally efficient. Complex problems collapse into a single force, and Trump becomes the only one willing to confront it directly. To Trump's opponents, the story is just as clear. Trump is not an outsider. He is a threat, a man willing to break norms, pressure institutions, and undermine trust for personal power. In this story, the system is not corrupt, it is fragile, and Trump is attacking its foundations. Both sides believe they are defending democracy. Both sides believe the other is destroying it. That's not confusion, that's polarization completed. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Trump is both resisting the system and benefiting from it. The system is both restraining Trump and empowering him. That's why this fight never ends. It's not a collision, it's a dependency. To understand that dependency, we have to define something almost no one defines clearly. What people actually mean when they say the system. Because the system is not a villain, it's not a hero, it's something far more complicated. When people say the system, they imagine a single entity, a room, a group, a hidden hand. That image is wrong. The system is not a person. It has no unified will. It doesn't wake up and decide outcomes. The system is a collection of incentives, rules layered over time, institutions built for past problems, processes designed for stability, not disruption. Trump didn't walk into a villain. He walked into a machine. Systems don't plan, they react. They reward behavior that fits their logic and punish behavior that disrupts it. Not because they're moral, but because they're designed for continuity. When Trump violated norms, the system responded automatically. Investigations, pushback, resistance. Not because of conspiracy, but because deviation triggers defense. To supporters, this looks like persecution. To institutions, it feels like maintenance. Both interpretations make sense. Bureaucracy is often misunderstood as weakness. It's not. It's inertia. Rules exist to prevent rapid change. Processes exist to slow decisions. Checks exist to block concentration of power. Trump's style collided with this directly. He moved fast. He spoke freely. He pressured publicly. The system responded slowly but relentlessly. That slowness isn't failure, it's design. Many people believe the media is the system. It isn't, but it fuels it. Media doesn't enforce rules, it enforces attention. Trump understood this immediately. He didn't try to avoid coverage, he overwhelmed it. By generating constant conflict, He forced the media into reaction mode. The system needs visibility. Trump supplies it. That relationship is not accidental. It's symbiotic. Law is often imagined as precise. It isn't. It's reactive. It's procedural. It's slow. Legal accountability works best when trust already exists. When trust collapses, law stops feeling like justice. It starts feeling like force. And force always invites resistance. Trump understands this instinctively. He doesn't argue innocence first. He argues intent. In a normal political era, legal trouble weakens a leader. In this era, it transforms them. Trump doesn't appear as a defendant. He appears as a stand-in for voters who feel targeted, ignored, humiliated, excluded. Every charge becomes symbolic. Not did he break the law, but are we being punished? That reframing changes everything. Power used to come from authority. Now it comes from grievance. The more pressure Trump faces, the more authentic he appears to supporters, because suffering becomes proof. Proof that he's dangerous to the system, proof that he's different, proof that he matters. Punishment no longer discourages loyalty, it intensifies it. Facts still matter in court, but politics isn't court. Politics is narrative. Details blur, timelines collapse, charges simplify. What remains is emotion, and emotion doesn't weigh evidence, it chooses sides. Trump doesn't need acquittal to win politically. He needs visibility, and law guarantees it. If the system doesn't act, it looks weak. If it does act, it looks political. Either path reinforces Trump's story. This is not incompetence, it's structural failure. The system was designed for trust. It's now operating without it. That mismatch creates backlash. Historically, martyrs disappear. They're jailed, exiled, silenced. Trump remains present, broadcasting, fundraising, campaigning. He is a martyr who never leaves the stage. That's unprecedented, and the system has no playbook for it. Each legal move narrows the battlefield. It reduces complexity, sharpens identity, clarifies sides. Undecided becomes impossible, and Trump doesn't need the middle. He needs intensity. Law delivers it. At this point, neither Trump nor the system can finish the fight. One cannot be removed, the other cannot be dismantled. What remains is balance, unstable, tense, permanent. That's where this story heads next. From the outside, it looks like hesitation. Why not act faster? Why not act harder? Why not end it? Because total collapse is dangerous. If Trump were truly removed, not defeated but erased, the system would inherit something worse: responsibility. Responsibility for explaining why he rose, why millions followed, why trust collapsed. The system doesn't want that reckoning, so it contains, pressures, manages, but never annihilates. Trump talks about dismantling it, but notice what he never does. He never removes elections. He never ends courts. He never shuts down media, because destroying the system would end the fight, and the fight is where his power lives. Trump thrives in resistance, not resolution. A broken system still gives him enemies. A collapsed system gives him responsibility. He avoids that line, instinctively. This is the illusion both sides miss. Trump doesn't need to win to control politics. The system doesn't need to defeat Trump to survive. Control now comes from positioning, from setting the terms, from shaping reactions, from defining what matters. Trump controls attention. The system controls procedure. Neither dominates completely, so neither exits. What emerges is a stalemate, not peace, not victory. Pressure. Constant, exhausting, stabilizing in its own way. Elections don't resolve it. Investigations don't end it. Scandals don't weaken it. They refresh it. This is not dysfunction. This is equilibrium. Wars end. This doesn't. Because this isn't a battle between good and evil, order and chaos, democracy and authoritarianism. It's a feedback loop between identity and institution.
Trump amplifies distrust. The system responds with control. Control feeds distrust. Distrust fuels Trump. Round and round. America didn't choose this loop. It drifted into it. Economic pressure, cultural fracture, digital acceleration, institutional decay. Trump didn't cause those forces. He surfed them. And once a figure embodies a moment, removing the figure doesn't remove the moment. That's the trap. Here is the question beneath everything. What replaces this? Not Trump, not anti-Trump, but the structure itself. What replaces conflict as currency? What replaces outrage as engagement? What replaces identity as shield? Until that answer exists, the loop continues, with Trump or someone else.